Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. And it's nice and low today, under 5, which is my Monday through Friday goal, is to keep it that low because on Saturdays I always have my beloved keto pizza. And Sunday is the big green egg where I still have a little smidgen of asparagus, cauliflower crumbles, and Brussels sprouts. So here we are today, and I just replenished my supply of Topo Chico. The bubbles. Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful mineral water. And it was on sale, Foods. And if you use your Prime connection, you get another 10% off. Oh, I'm delighted. So I have my stash. And a couple of you have commented that you've had it. So that's kind of fun to share this with you. Well, yesterday I was at a loss for words. I just couldn't come up with anything to talk about. I do apologize if I bored you to death. But today I feel much, much better. That was just so weird this morning. Well, actually, yesterday. So this will be this morning's, right? Yeah, tune in. Here we are. So, yeah. I was listening to somebody and he was talking about there must be 100 different, no, I think he used 1,000 different, I think it was Tristan from Primal Health. He said there's 1,000 different pathways to health. And for keto, there's a whole bunch. And then he named some other ones too. And, he's right. There are lots of different pathways to health. And for each person finding their own, that's the important part. And, my current one really doesn't have a name. It's like more carnivore than keto, but there's no real name. So I'm having more protein every day and a whole lot less veggies. And it really suits my metabolism and my satiation point quite nicely. Thank you very much. And so that's what I do every day. I put in more protein than I had before. I'm a big beef eater, I admit it. So if I ever do a straight carnivory day, it will certainly suit me. And I think I will get along just fine. But not quite there yet. Maybe one day a week or something. But I'm not giving up my pizza. I'm just saying. So yeah. Here we are, and what was I going to say? I was watching, listening to some Sean Baker, and he has a new kind of website or a YouTube channel called Human Performance, where he interviews people, and it's really a great, great channel. I highly recommend it to any of you seeking just more knowledge about things and how it works for people. And I never get sick of listening to different people's take on the same sort of food program as me, with their own modifications. I kind of feel like Jillian Michaels in that ad for SodaStream, where she says, "You might remember me," and then, it shows her yelling at her clients. And, I am feeling, it's funny when you feel content with your food program and just content in your place in life, it's hard to feel like you need to do the smackdowns and other things that, I'm also known for. And it's like, whatever floats your boat, getting to where you're comfortable, content, and satiated is my goal for everybody. Be it Standard American Diet, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, whatever program you're doing, just to get to that comfortable place where you feel like, oh, this is how it feels for other people who have balanced what they have and it works for them. And, if your food plan isn't always an evolving sort of thing, then it will be. It will be. And that's how I know it has worked for me. What worked a year ago, even a month ago, might not even be on my my radar today, it's just going to be a different sort of thing. And I know that I love how it works for me. And my calories range from 1100 and something all the way up to 1500 usually. I do consider myself on maintenance. And although this past year I have put on like 3 pounds that don't want to move. And my other keto friend has done the same. And although we haven't really changed what we eat, it's kind of like we've just kind of gotten them. And she's a little bit older than me, so we're both late 60s, early 70s. And maybe it's just part of aging. Maybe this is just how it goes. But it's learning to accept it. And sure, I'd love to blame it on humidity. God knows I have for the last 6 months. And it's still, 94 to 99% humid every day, even though it's late October, which is when we should be having crispness and frosty mornings, but it's not that way right now. So I'm very happy with how it's going for me, and the coaching's going well. And I certainly let each person be their own drummer. And like they tried something and they said, I like that. I'm going to do that for the next few days. One tried carnivory with nothing else and is liking it. One is doing very, very, very low carb. And another one is doing no veggies. And so there's slight gradations and shades of each of their programs. And then the other ones are doing keto with more carbs than I have or these other women are having. But it's just kind of cool to see how everybody evolves to where they are. And I just love it. And I so support it. Because if you didn't try something, you might not know that that's going to be something that works for you. And I love many, many, many successes in people with their food plan. You know why? Because it's those mini successes that blossom into a keto plan that is just right for you. And that's all we can want, right? We are older and nobody's really noticing us. So that's why I like my channel as well as the women that I keto coach, because we are N equals 1, which means we are our own experiment. And so what we do for ourselves is what we could be adopting. And it's not like we're watching other people that are doing it. We learn from trying it out on ourselves and seeing how that feels. And I'm always delighted when somebody here on the YouTube channel commenting, or one of my clients notices something about themselves and just goes, oh, wow, this works. I like it. I'm going to try it. Right? So what am I having today? I know you're on the edge of your seats, just hoping that I will tell you. I know. It is what it is. So today I am, what a jerk, huh? Today I am having, here it is, my version of middle of the road. I'm having 1,321 calories. I'm having 51 grams of protein, 4.2 carbs, and 117.3 grams of fat. What do all those macros entail? Well, I'm having 7 ounces of a filet mignon, and Greg smoked it a bit on the big green egg, and so then I finish sauteing it in butter on the top of the stove. I am having 60 grams of, whoops, that's why I'm in a wrong day. I'm having 60 grams of baby spring mix from Organic Girl. And the reason I like that and the baby butter lettuce is because it's the lowest carb combination of any lettuce that I have. Some of them can go way up there, and don't be surprised if it jacks up your carbs when you're trying to keep it low carb and still have some small salad each day for some version of greenies. So my Organic Girl Baby Spring mix, I'm having 50 grams of that. I'm having 60 grams of good culture organic cottage cheese on top of plopped on top. And for the dressing for that, I'm having 1 tablespoon of fourth and ghee pink Himalayan salt flavor. Ghee, it's so good. I can't tell you. I mean, and adding pink Himalayan salt to it doesn't have the same flavor, so I don't know what they do to it. Boy, it's good. And 1 tablespoon of macadamia nut oil. And I mix those two, the ghee and the oil, and kind of cook it on top of the toaster oven a little bit so it kind of melts gently, not bubbling and, scorching like the microwave can do it in 2 seconds or exploding it, right? And so I'm having that on that salad. I'm having my 2 fatty coffees, and I've already had 1 bottle of Gerstoller mineral water, and then this will be my second Topo Chico, and then I'm going to be having my 20-ounce glass with a lemon in it and no salt with my supplements, 1/4 teaspoon of no salt. And I am counting my butter at 4 tablespoons today, 2 in the 2 coffees, 1 with the sauteing of the tenderloin steak that I have at 7 ounces, and then that other one is just free floating in case something wonderful happens, like I have a 3rd cup of coffee or something like that. I don't plan it, I just put it in. As I say to my clients, if you plan it and put it in, like say an extra hard-boiled egg, an extra ounce of beef, maybe 2 strips of bacon added to your salad or whatever it is, and you don't have it, that's okay. But if you find you're really hungry and what you put into your tracker for the day doesn't cover your hunger, then you're going to feel a little bit guilty for having more. And it's just a mind thing, but counting it in and not having it will make your head a whole lot less crazy than not tracking it, not putting it in, and still feeling you need it. You're going to feel like you went off track, like you cheated, like something like that. And that's a place that we don't want to see you in. We want to see you happy. And then some of you don't even track. So you just eat to satiety. And it's different for all of us, isn't it? So anyway, I'm very glad you joined me here today. I'm feeling much more enthusiastic than I was in yesterday's video for sure. I just felt like I got nothing. And so today I do got something. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, under my 5 total for the day. I don't do net, and but if you do net and it works for you and you're losing or you're feeling better or you're satiated, any of the things, good for you. Keep doing what works, right? Don't mess with success. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.